Hi, and welcome back to night 2 of the Countdown to Christmas. I'm Shonda, and I'm so glad you're joining me for this countdown. This is something I wanted to do this Advent season, just to share some of my friends with you and some of their passions for this season. And I have my friend Traci with me tonight, and Traci is passionate about cultivating community. So I wanted to share her all with you and have her share some of the ways that she does that, particularly at this time of year and getting friends together and nurturing and fostering community. And so when I bring Traci on, we'll tell you a little bit how we know each other and how long we've been friends, all those things. But without further ado, I'm going to just have Traci join because it's so much more fun to do these live situations with someone than for me to sit here and chat all alone. So welcome, Traci.
Hey, Shonda, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I am great, although I need a lot more merriment behind me like you have it.
Oh yes. Yes, I have this. This is the festive corner of my whole home.
Awesome.
There's no decoration anywhere else.
I
So
love it.
I concentrated it all here and sat down in front of it just so I could have this little festive countdown to Christmas background. So
Perfect.
if you are here in the chat, we'd love to have you join in the conversation. We're going to play a game later, and we definitely want you to join in with that. But if you have questions for me or Traci while we're chatting, feel free to add them in the chat. So, welcome to those of you watching now and those watching on the replay. Traci,
Yes.
I was trying to remember. I think we've known each other since 2007. Does that sound right to you?
I think it's 2008. We moved
Eight.
here in 2008. And so
Okay.
it was that summer when we happened to be walking into the pool and someone had a CYFL sign up booth outside the pool and said, "Do you want to play football to my son?" And I was like, "Keep walking, keep walking, keep walking." And of course, by the end of our pool time, we were signed up.
Yay. And we have known each other probably since that day.
Yep.
So I don't think at that point I was on the board, but I was the president at one point of our local youth football league. And Traci's husband was pretty much, he wasn't the vice president. I can't even remember. What was his actual position? Equipment,
Yeah, I was going to say field and equipment. Yeah,
field and
field and
equipment.
equipment.
But he was really like my consultant, my confidant. We would,
Security.
yes, all of that. And we worked so well together until we didn't. We would fight like cats and dogs, but we loved each other so much. And so her husband was on the board with me. Her son ended up playing with my son for, I guess, 5 years they
4 or
played
5
together.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, on the same football team. And then in high school, they played on rival teams. But when we were playing on the same team, were you our team mom?
Pretty much every year, I think.
Yes.
Yep, pretty much every year.
Traci was the best team mom ever, 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 ever.
That's nice of you. You
If you
probably
have
just didn't
ever,
have any other team moms.
well,
For
I had
comparison.
other team moms because I had 3 sons on 3 different teams. And
That's
I just
true.
have, you were like, she was a rock star. Like halftime snacks, coordinating our homecoming event, just all the things. The boys were always like, I, I mean, my other 2 boys who were not on that team always got something from Miss Traci, even though that wasn't their team. I'm like, why do y'all expect that she's going to bring things? And they're like, because she is.
Yep,
So,
I always carried snacks.
yes. And even outside of that, like you would just show up at our house with snacks and treats. And I mean, just a ball of like love and care for other people.
Well, that's very sweet of you.
And one time, okay, I'm gonna sing your praises for one more moment. One time you made something that I have never forgotten. You made white chocolate
Chocolate
popcorn.
popcorn. Oh my goodness. And that was so dumb because I made it for a picnic and it was so hot. And I got it there and it was all melted. And I was like, oh my goodness, we're going to have to make popcorn balls out of this.
Oh my gosh, it was the best. I don't know how do you make it? Because I've tried to make it many times since then, and
I
mine,
literally just melt white chocolate chips, Ghirardelli, and pour it over popcorn.
oh, that's probably it. I get my white chocolate chips from Winco.
I don't know if that makes much of a difference, but
It might.
It might. It
Might.
might. Ghirardelli chocolate is really good. So, but yeah,
And
I think, it comes from so many things. Like my mom and both of my sisters, um, home economics, what used to be called home economics, right? Now family life skills, career skills. So I grew up with mom and grandma. Grandma was also home economics, so knew how to bake, knew how to make things. And that was always the way that they provided service. Like I remember going to my grandmother's house, and she was a widow, and she had all the college kids over from school, and she was feeding them sweet rolls and all sorts of things. And by the way, all of that's the reason that my husband says he caught diabetes from my family. It's not scientific, but it's because of all the baking and the and the food. And then my mom was also like always concession stands, person in the concession stand at school, running the hospitality rooms for UIL. So I had a lot at running the Fall Fest, like the
Mhm.
booth for Halloween festivals and things like that. So I had all this knowledge, just years of experience of watching this, role models serve people in this way and being very hospitable to others and taking food to other people. And that was just the way they showed love to other people. And so it just was a natural transition, really. And even when we lived in San Antonio, so we lived in San Antonio for 15 years before we moved to Dallas. And the very first year we lived in San Antonio, we had a Super Bowl party and invited kind of like random people, either people we had met at church or people we met at work or just people we had met at, various places. And so you have this, I mean, if we go back and look at our Super Bowl parties and now our annual holiday brunches, it is the most eclectic
Mhm.
group of people, but it's just, collecting people over the years and making connections. And so like at this brunch we just had this last Saturday, it's like, hey, this person is looking to do rent houses, and I have a friend who's a real estate agent, and so we also kind of introduce people to each other and try to make connections that help them beyond just having food and having visitation or whatever. So I just had a long history of that. And then when we joined football, one of the things was our child was an only child, right? And I wanted him to have a community of people around him, because also I grew up that way in a small town, which was you had this community of people that were parents that if you were doing something bad, it may not be your parents going on to you. It could be
Mhm.
somebody else's parents, but that's just how we were brought up. And so I was like, we just wanted him to have the best possible experience. And the way we could do that is make sure that the boys were together and that the parents were coming and doing things with us and that we were all together. And that carried over into even school ball. So like the first game, I made bags for the A team and I made bags for the B team. And I wanted
And
it to
and when
be
we played against you, you made bags for us.
I did. I did, but I wanted them to see that we supported everybody. It didn't matter if you were A team or B team. It didn't matter if you were friends with Brett or not friends with. It didn't matter. We supported all of you, and I do think it translated eventually into when we. I don't know about Newman Smith, but Creekview had 32 seniors on our football team,
Mhm.
and it was because they were family. Everybody was family by that point, and they helped out with picnics and things like that. And so I just wanted, it started with we just wanted Brett to have people around him that loved on him just like, we loved on the other kids. And plus, there's just so many kids that their moms are single moms and they don't get to come to all the games and things like that. And we just wanted to be there collectively as a parent group for everybody. Yell for all the kids, not yell just for our kid. And so it's just been, I couldn't have, I tell Robbie all the time, I wouldn't take $1 million for his CYFL experience.
Mhm.
Just because on Saturdays, when we were working the concession stand and staying all day long and the boys were running around down there and having fun. And then when Brett and Dee Dee go up against each other as freshmen, Dee Dee's like, why are you playing quarterback? And Brett's like, why is your jersey so big? And it made them, they're not like guys that hang out together, but like when Brett sees Dee Dee at the basketball court at Martha,
Mhm.
they know each other. They have history.
Right.
And I just think it makes Carrollton seem like a small community.
It does. It definitely does. It definitely does. Yeah, I wouldn't trade those years either. They were, and when we were knee deep in them, they were rough, 3
Oh,
games
there
all
were
day
times
Saturday,
that it
sun
was
up to
really, really
sundown.
rough, but I also think that I think we learned a lot about now, like talking to people that are going through that. We're like, don't get wrapped around the axle like we did, and we shouldn't have. It wasn't as important as we thought it was.
Right,
You
yes.
know what I'm saying? But
Yeah,
it was a learning experience for sure.
yeah, definitely. Some great friendships were formed on those fields, so.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned your holiday brunch. How did that get started?
Oh my gosh. First of all, brunch is about the only food I can cook on a decent level. Like I'm not great at every dinner meal, you know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
making entrees and stuff like that. But man, I can cook a brunch because I have sausage casseroles, cinnamon rolls, fruit. We have little smoky, we have all this stuff. And
It's
also
a
I just thought
huge
a
spread.
brunch was better for people during the holidays because there's, a lot of people have work parties at night, especially on Saturday night. And we thought, well, if we have a brunch, then people can come here before they do holiday shopping and kind of get their day started. So we start at 9, and well, actually, this year the last people didn't leave till almost 2, but usually it ends about noon. But it's just great because people are here. This year they were watching soccer. They were watching. The kids were in here watching a Christmas movie. We have hot apple cider. We have punch. I mean, it's just also food that people don't normally eat. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Not tons of people go out for brunch except for maybe Mother's Day or something like that. And so it's just a really nice time of visiting with friends and family. Plus, you have all the holiday decorations. You have cinnamon rolls, make everything better.
Oh, yeah.
And so it just got started several years ago. I don't even remember, Shonda, the first one. It was probably 2010, something like that. So we've been doing it for 10, 12 years. And we just love it. I mean, we just love having people over, and it's a lot of work. Like this year, Robbie was like, do we need help doing this thing? I was like, no, we got it. But it is our Christmas gift to everybody. It's
Yeah.
like the way, because we get so many people that offer support, prayers. They help us, they help Brett, and we just want to say thank you for what people do. So we tell them, bring nothing, don't bring anything with you. You're not expected. It's not a potluck. Plus, I just can't plan around anything like that. So just show up, be yourself, and visit, and we're going to be great.
Yeah. It's a great time. I hate I missed this year, but every time I have come, it's just I meet new people, and turns out like we kind of know other people who know other people, and it's just a fun time. Like with people, you go in not knowing anyone, and you come out with all these new little connections, which is
Yeah, and it's
just
not like
great.
a baby shower where you have to sit there and watch somebody open gifts, and there's
Right.
no it's come and go, so there's no like pressure to, and that's how we want it to, is there's no pressure to stay if you need to go. Like we had 2 people that came at 9 and had to leave because they had something at 10. Like great, have at it. Um, and then I love the party favor gifts. So we gave what you missed out. You have to give your party favor gift because it does have lottery tickets. Um, just stuff like that fun that again people don't expect, but it's kind of, oh, and we had white elephant prize drawings
Oh.
because we've collected a bunch of crap, sorry, over the years that we were supposed to give to people, like A&M cups that were for a teacher that Brett refused to take to school. So the only rule was if you won something, you had to take it out of this house.
Oh gosh, that's
I
funny.
was like, not keeping it. I've had it in the closet for years. You got to take it out of here.
You
So
gotta take that's fun. That's fun. So being a so it seems like you're saying this is something you grew up seeing your parents do.
100%.
And
Yep.
yeah, your mom, your grandmother, and it's just ingrained in you. Now this we're just witnessing the outpouring of something that's just been nurtured in you for so long.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
I feel like there's a lot of people who desire community, but they don't really know where to start. So what would you say to someone who's like, oh, I mean, I would love to have a holiday brunch, but I don't know like where to start, who I would invite, blah, all those
Yeah,
questions.
the thing I would say is start small. Our first Super Bowl party had 6 people, including us too. So, it just started with a couple of people that liked football. We said, bring your wife, bring your girlfriend, whatever it was. And so we just started small like that. And our biggest Super Bowl party, I think, now our brunches run between 30 and 40, but our Super Bowl parties, I think one of the biggest ones was I think 20 people, but we had a disco ball, we had a live band, we had people that played the guitar, we had a dart tournament, we had,
Oh,
so it started really small just in our house, and we had like I think we ordered Subway sandwiches or something. And then it just kept growing because every year we would invite the people that were there before, and we'd add new people from work,
mhm.
church, um, school, wherever they were from. And so it just grew and grew and grew. And we did the same thing here. We had to kind of start over because we didn't really know anybody here when we did the brunches, but we knew people from football. We had a couple of people from church. So it was pretty small the first year, like 10 people or something. And then it's grown to, I think we sent 50 something invites this year.
Wow.
So it got bigger and bigger and bigger, but again, just add new people every year, but definitely start small. Don't make it, if it's pressure for you and it's pressure for them, it's not going to work. So start with people, just a small, even if it's 4 people in a card game, and
Yeah.
then just grow it every year. And I do think that's, again, you start to make connections between people there, between them. Like, okay, one of them was, I don't know if Jamie's on, but Jamie's son Jack is in flight school.
Hmm.
And so I had a friend whose son wants to be a pilot, and they were actually just planning to take him on a discovery flight. And so they had a long conversation about, what does it look like? How did you find the flight school? What are the costs look like? What do you need to do to prepare? And so those connections were made. And it's
Right.
just helpful to people because they know things about different areas.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Start small. Just invite people, tell them to bring a plus one, and you'll see it'll just grow over time. That's a
Yeah,
good starting place.
100%. And we also always did some sort of game, like,
Mhm.
because it gets people to interact with each other. So, like at the Super Bowl party, we played squares. So you could pick a square, no money, just
Mhm.
we bought little prizes, lottery tickets, I think. We're kind of big on lottery tickets. Um, and just did giveaways so that people would have fun with it and they had to get involved with each other. And we used to do, when we first did a big one in San Antonio, we did a get to know, like you had to go find somebody that
Mhm.
had this in their past or whatever, and it helped make those connections.
Yeah. Those are always fun. Find someone who wasn't born here or something
Yeah,
like that. Yeah.
exactly. No
Yeah.
Spanish
Definitely.
and those types of things, and it just helps them make connections.
Yeah. Jen says you might have inspired her to have a white elephant slash spring cleaning party
100%.
so
That
she
was
can
their
purge when
favorite
she wants to leave her
thing.
house.
It was their favorite thing. I was like, oh look, and it was a guy. I was like, look, you want a wallet purse? And so everybody's laughing. Another guy won a collapsible colander that I've had here for years. And it
Oh,
was fun because I got rid of the stuff. They thought it was funny. They had to take it with them.
yeah,
So
that's
yeah, definitely do that.
definitely. That's so cool. I just love your heart for hospitality and for gathering people. It's very inspirational. Like
That's
every time.
very sweet. Yeah, my family, by the way, all of us, well, at one time I worked in travel and hospitality, but both my sisters, one sister teaches family life skills in Tahoka, and she does all of the FCLA stuff, which is hospitality and banquets
Mm,
and things like that. My other sister runs a school in South Austin that is part of Travis High School, but it's the hospitality. So all her
mm.
kids work in hotels as interns as part of a career program. And my brother works for the city of Arlington in sales and in hospitality. So we all, it's weird. Like we all ended up in kind of that realm, I think, just based on wanting to be those people for other people.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. I mean, you definitely are that person. I just want to affirm to you that it oozes out of you
Well,
in
thank
a
you.
very good way, in a good way. Yeah. I know my kids are like, "Oh, Miss Tracy?" Like, you know, they they always light up when they hear your name. I
Well,
think
that's
'cause
very
they think
sweet.
snacks are involved.
Yeah, I was gonna say food does a lot to, grease the skids of whatever's going
Yes.
on.
Okay, so we're having Advent conversations, so I do wanna ask you, what in this season leading up to Christmas do you want more of? Is there something like, "Oh, this year I wanna do more of this as I anticipate Christmas coming?"
Well, let's see. Do I want to go shallow or deep? On a shallow level, I want to go see more Christmas lights. Like I have to drag Robbie into this, but I think I'm going to use hot chocolate and get him to go do that because I've got a list of all the places we can go see Christmas lights. So, because I love Christmas lights, but I'm too
Mhm.
stingy to do it myself. Like neither one of us are getting on the roof, and it's very expensive to
Yeah.
have somebody do it. So, we did Deerfield several years ago. We've done it a couple of times, but I want to go actually see some of the bigger, like in
Mhm.
Arlington, they have a drive-through thing. And so I want to do more of that. And I want to go to the symphony at least once. I didn't do it last year. I did it the year before. And I love the symphony at Christmas, the Christmas Pops program, Gift to Christmas, obviously. So I do a lot. I like to do a lot of the lights and the songs and things like that. On a deeper level, I think, we are in a period where my dad's in the hospital. He's been sick. We want more peace
Mhm.
because it's been pretty rocky. And I think we're doing as much as we can to be there for my mom and to really, go through that support process for everybody involved. So yeah, we pray for peace all the time during the season, and it is the season of peace. And I think
Yeah.
that's and joy. Our minister is talking about we need a little Christmas, faith, hope, love, joy.
Mhm.
And this last one was on joy, and it reminded me of the verse that we've been talking about a lot in our family, which is be joyful in all circumstance,
Mhm.
and to praise, unceasingly and things like that. And I think for us, joy, peace, that's really what we're looking for more of this season.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And the second week of Advent is about peace. So
Oh, there you go.
yeah, so I join you in wanting more peace. I join you in that one for
Well, I
sure.
think everybody does at Christmas because
Yeah.
it gets crazy. I mean, and you love it because you want to be a gift giver and you want to find the perfect gift and you want to spend time with your loved ones and things like that. But then it all rolls up on you between Christmas and between Thanksgiving and Christmas, and you're just like, I'm not going to get all this done.
Right.
So I think everybody just wants like
Yeah.
peace and
The
quiet.
exhale,
Yeah.
the woosah.
Yes.
Okay, I asked you earlier if you are a singer and you said yes, which I did not know that about you. So I want to know what Christmas song do you love the most? What's your favorite song?
What's so
Christmas
funny
song?
is my favorite Christmas song is I don't even know if it had words, but I love Carol of the Bells. Is it
Oh,
Carol
yeah.
of the Bells? I
Okay.
love that
I
song.
know the lyrics to that.
Okay, I didn't know it had lyrics. Like I'm hooked on the Pandora station. I already told Robbie like when I die, I want this at my funeral. It's the Pandora station for jazz holiday radio.
Oh,
I listen to it all year long because it's like
really?
all
Okay.
the peanuts, like all
Oh,
the
yeah.
Snoopy songs and
Mhm.
jazz trio and things like that. So yeah, I love Carol of the Bells. I did not know it had words. I didn't even look it up, but
Yeah.
and I like Joy to the World. We were just talking about that in church yesterday as well. That it's about the second coming. It's not about like it's not really a Christmas song. It's about
Mm.
Jesus coming back and things like
Yeah.
that, and which I had never really thought about, honestly.
Yeah.
Um,
Now that you say that, I'm thinking of the lyrics. I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
I know we were reading the lyrics in church. I was like, oh my goodness, he's right. Well, I don't think he would have brought it up if he wasn't, but yeah, I do like Joy to the World. I like that song.
That's good. Okay, you're invited to a favorite things party, and you must bring something to share with the group that's under $15. What are you gonna bring?
Do I give it to somebody or is it just
Mhm.
mine that I'm talking? I give it to somebody.
Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if you know this either. Do you know a baton twirl?
No.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is my favorite fun fact. It's goofy because I use it a lot, but when I was little, I lived in Childress, and my parents' best friends, their daughter was a twirler, like in high school, right? And so she taught me how to twirl. And so I've had a baton since I was like 10.
Oh,
And my mom gets us batons when ours get older. And so, like, I got a new baton several years ago and I walk around the neighborhood with it and twirl. And I've had people ask me if I can teach. I'm like, no, I can't teach twirling, but I love it. Like, if I would have had the body, I would have been a magnificent college twirler. Like,
oh,
I
wow.
love the suits, I love the boots. Of course, when I was that little in the fourth grade, like they wore the go-go boots, and
Mhm.
the shiny. Man, I wanted to do that. My body wasn't suited for that, but I loved a twirl. And so I would take a baton because everybody's fascinated with baton twirling. Like if you hand them a baton, they want to know how to do it.
That is very unique. I love that. And I have had batons in my in my childhood, so I can, I can do a little
Uh-huh.
I can do the finger roll one, but not as well, and
Yeah.
definitely not with my left hand. But that is a fun idea. Okay. I'm so glad I asked you that. If you could return to school to study anything, what would you study?
Ooh, I would learn a trade because I feel like I have no transferable skills. Like so I work in technology, I work in software development, and I've always said if I wasn't, I would be in construction. I love to build. Like I like to
Mhm.
build things and look back and say there was nothing there, and now this is there, and look at it. It's pretty awesome, and it helps somebody. So I think I would actually study woodworking or something like that. But when back when I was in high school, it was like the trade hall was like you didn't go down the trade hall, right? Because it was seen as less than, and it's so crazy because
Things have changed.
oh my goodness, people make so much money, and it's such a great skill to have. And I guess I was on some track to do well. I thought I was going to be an attorney. That would have been a disaster. But I think I would have said I'm going to learn how to do something with my hands that
Mhm.
I think is. And I also love makeup, so it could have been cosmetology. Like I
Mhm.
love to do makeup. So
I do not know anything about doing makeup at
I
all.
well, I don't either, but I love like one of the questions some people ask you usually is like, what would you spend extra money on? And I'm like, makeup. Like I would love to makeup and hair stuff. I just like. I'm not that good at it. I just like it.
Yeah. I think having all the boys just made me less and less like, I was already not a girly girl, and then
Uh-huh.
having all the boys, it was like, "What's the point?" So, all of my girly girl traits, like, it's like the lowest on the totem pole for me,
Yeah.
which I wanna be like I wanna do my makeup, but I don't even know. I mean, I will buy it at Walmart. I have no idea. I have none. I do
Well,
get usually get some lip
Robbie's mom
gloss.
was a Mary Kay. So I mean, that's how she made her money.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
when Robbie lost his dad at 10, like she was a bookkeeper, tax person, things like that. And then she found Mary Kay, and man, she was like a director. Like
Oh,
the
okay.
car,
Yeah.
everything. Like Mary Kay was how they built their family kind of thing. And so, and then my mom had a friend that was Mary Kay. So that was kind of the height of Avon and Mary Kay
Mhm.
and all that. And so I went and did every free
Yeah.
facial, makeover,
Oh, that would have
whatever
been a good way to
during
learn.
that time because you could go do it for free and people did your makeup for you and stuff like that. And I always thought that was amazing.
That would have been a good idea, but I missed the boat. I did one time sign up to be a Mary Kay saleswoman, and then I 24 hours later was like, "I have no I please unsign me up. I don't know why I did that."
That's funny.
Okay. You are so thoughtful and so intentional about gift giving. What is your favorite gift to give? Like that you have given to someone. And you're just like, that one. When I did that, I did it. What
Let's see. I think I mean, it's hard to say this because you want to be personal with gifts, right? And I think it's been expensive
mm,
until pretty recently, like in the last 5 years, to do something really personal without spending tons of money, kind of thing. One year we were really, really poor. Like the first year Robbie and I were married. Um, I've been poor lots of times, but this one was really poor. And I did paper mache like bowls for everybody. Like my mother-in-law got one with a Santa theme, and I think my mom got something. I made paper mache bowls where like
oh,
literally with newspaper strips and so I have all these books that crafting books of things. I'm not great at it, but I always try to do something I made. And then with the way that things have progressed with personalization, like
mhm.
Zazzle, my mom is great at Zazzle. Like, I'll call my mom. I'm like, Mom, have you seen something on Zazzle on sale for this? Like, when Brett was a senior, she helped me find personalized decks of cards for all the football
You gave
board.
Braylon personalized dominoes when he graduated.
Oh yeah, personalized dominoes. I forgot about that. Yeah, the dominoes were awesome.
Yeah.
But my favorite gifts. So one year, like early in our marriage, I think, or maybe even before we got married, Robbie's always been a fisherman, and my uncle is a fantastic woodworker. Like everything made from hand, he is phenomenal. And he made Robbie a fishing cabinet. Like I helped him design it, and we have moved that piece of furniture. Oh my lord, it's so sturdy, it's never going to break, but we've moved it and moved it and moved it. But like, so what I love about personalization too is like now you can do personalized books for people. So like one of the gifts we did this year was when Robbie's mom passed away. She was a huge person who cooked. She always did Thanksgiving dinner for the larger family and things like that. So we went through her recipe boxes,
Oh,
and the things that are at the front that she used the most and I knew the most, we made a personalized recipe book
oh,
for some of his family members, which I hope they're not watching because that's what they're doing. But just things like that. When you can do photos and you can do something that's meaningful,
mhm.
I just think that is, and it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. It just it really is the thought that you put into it, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes it is gift cards. Like when they're teenagers, they're like, please don't give me a pair of socks that
Oh
I
my
hate.
gosh.
Like, just give me a gift card. And as long as it's a gift card to somewhere they're going to go, good deal.
Yeah, yeah. My boys are hoping their grandmother gives them cash and nothing else. Just give us the
Right.
cash.
Please
She's
do
like,
not.
but I don't want to just give
Oh,
them money. I'm like, please just give them the money. They
yeah.
will love it. Don't
Yeah.
trade the money for something that they're gonna wish that
My
you had
dad's
given
mom always, every year, gave us, and I did like this, every year we got some sort of bedding, like
them.
either a new pillow, or it was her theme. Like you either got a pillow or a new set of sheets or a comforter, like whatever your mom told her you needed.
Mhm.
But that was her theme. It was bedding every year. And I always kind of thought that was cool because it's not a snazzy, like
Right,
cool gift, but who wants to spend money on their own bedding?
right,
You
right.
know?
I would love that. I would love some Brooklinen. I keep hearing commercials for that.
For
I'm like,
what?
it's called Brooklinen. It's supposed to be like this super high thread count
Game
sheet set.
changing sheets.
Yes. Oh, yes,
Well,
I would do it. I would do it. Cool. This has been fun, Tracy, chatting with you about all these things. Okay, you're just a joy to chat with. I enjoy you so much.
well, thank
We
you.
do have a game,
Okay.
and I'm going to share my screen. And I realized the other day when I share my screen, I can't see my screen. So if I'm looking crazy at the computer, just ignore that and enjoy the game. Okay, people?
Okay.
We are playing tonight's game. Let me get it all ready. Is doo, 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 doo. I don't even know if you can hear. Uh-oh.
I can hear that. I
Okay,
could.
great. Great, you can. Okay, now I got to get back to you so I can I
I
got to
still
figure out a better
I
way.
still see you and me, but I could hear what you were playing.
Okay. I think that's right. Okay, now I'm going to share my screen.
I hope it's tic tac toe. I love tic tac toe.
It's not.
Oh,
Can you
Jeopardy!
can you see that and hear
Yes,
that? We're playing Christmas Jeopardy.
awesome.
Okay. So here are the categories and the way we're going to play Christmas Jeopardy all week. So tonight to this week's categories are going to come up, but I'm going to let you pick one category and then you'll do all the questions for that
Yeah,
category.
I'll
Okay.
clear the category. I got
So
you.
here are your options. Christmas traditions, Jesus is coming, best-selling toys,
Hmm.
Christmas food, deck the halls, or movie time.
Oh man, I
Which
feel like
category
movie
would
time's gonna
you
have
like to
something
play?
about a wonderful life and stuff that I've never seen. So, and don't
Oh,
tell my dad that. Um, I'm gonna go. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna go best selling toys.
best-selling toys. Okay, so
Yeah.
we're going to go through the whole category
Okay.
of best-selling toys tonight, and then those questions will be off the table for the
Awesome.
rest of the week. All right. Okay, so in the chat, if Tracy gets stuck, or even if you just want to play along, answer in the chat what you think the answers are. Help Tracy out. And those of you who are here and chatting live will be entered into our prize drawing that we'll do Friday night for this week. So please participate because this is supposed to be interactive fun. Okay, best selling toys for 200. This iconic doll with yarn hair was popular in the 80s and the 90s.
What is a Cabbage Patch doll?
What is a Cabbage Patch doll? Did
You
you
should
have any
ask me what
Cabbage
my
Patch
sister's
dolls?
Cabbage Patch doll name was.
I had 3 Cabbage Patch Kids. I had 4. I had twins, which I can't remember their names, but I had a boy one. His name was Percy Rex. I remember that. And
Percy.
then they came out with the ones with corn silk hair, like Barbie doll hair,
Oh,
and I
yes.
had one of those too.
That's hilarious. Yes,
Did you have
Cabbage
any
Patch
Cabbage
Kids
Patch
were
Kids?
super popular. Oh my goodness.
Did you have any?
I did not. My sister did, and I honestly cannot. The name was so weird, but I can't remember what it is now.
I know. If you're watching this and you have no idea what a Cabbage Patch Kid is, they would come, I guess, with a birth certificate or something
Yeah. Oh
that
yeah.
told you their
Yeah. It was
name. It
basically
was
your
a whole
child.
situation. And my dad stood in line and bought he bought me a stroller for the Cabbage Patch Kids, like a real baby stroller.
Awesome.
My grandmother was like, "This needs to stop. What is
Baby's
happening?"
awesome.
Okay. Best-selling toys for 400. These mini toy cars were first made by Mattel.
Ooh, what is Hot Wheels?
That is what is Hot Wheels. You're so good at this. Yay! So, okay, you're clearing the board pretty quickly here. Did Brett like Hot Wheels?
Yes, especially with Robbie built like this big ramp thing, and so he would. Oh, look! Somebody said their Cabbage Patch Kid was named Laura Ashley, like
Yes.
the.
Yes, they had such great names. That was so fun.
That's
I
hilarious.
remember Percy Rex, but I cannot remember the other one's names. It's crazy. Okay, 6 yeah, my, father-in-law bought the boys a garage for
Ooh,
their
the
Hot
garages
Wheels,
with the little thing that where they lift.
so they
Oh
could
yeah.
just put them all in there and carry them around and take them with them
Oh yeah.
places.
That was fancy. That was like having a Barbie doll house.
Yes. That's crazy. Okay, best-selling toys for 600. This game includes okay, this is easy. This game includes cards like Go, Skip Go, and Pick Up 2. Ooh, I don't know what the
Is
answer
it
is.
what
I
is
thought it
Uno?
was something else.
Is it Uno?
I think it is, but what is a Skip Go?
I think you can skip a person. Like you can.
Oh, you skip their go. You skip their
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yay.
Yay! Okay, are y'all Uno people?
Yeah, we have the one that spits them out at you, like the machine. It's got.
Oh, what's it called?
Pretty cool.
Uno?
I don't know what it's called, but I like that one because then I don't
Oh,
have
yeah.
to deal the cards.
Yes. Okay. Any other card games you
Oh
guys
wait,
know?
Jen's asking Skip Bo. I wonder if Skip
Was it
Bo and
supposed to
Uno
be
are
Skip
kind of
Go?
similar,
I
aren't
don't
they?
know. I don't know.
I don't know.
I like Uno. I feel like I overplay Uno. Like, and I play too defensively instead of offensively. Like I'm reversing and I'm skipping and I'm drawing, like making you draw 4, and I never win.
Oh man.
I'm
Oh,
too defensive. I need to switch my strategy. Okay. Best selling toys for 800. This colorful light up toy tested people's memory skills.
ooh, what is Simon?
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes,
Simon.
yes.
Okay,
I,
I didn't like Simon because I couldn't beat Simon. When I was little, I wanted to speak and spell. I loved to speak and spell.
I don't think I can get past like 8 on Simon.
Oh no, it's hard.
Yeah. And then it starts to go faster. Mm-mm.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not good at Simon and I hate operation. It gives me terrible anxiety.
Oh, you know what I do love is Clue.
Yeah.
I
Well, we
will
have
get
a
it.
clue game. We love that. And we have Stop Thief. Do you remember Stop Thief? It was like
No.
the first one that had like electronics. So you hit the little thing and it goes when a guy's walking, when the thief is walking. Stop Thief is pretty
Oh,
awesome.
I don't think I've ever played that.
Oh yeah, it was one of the first. I mean, the handheld has the red. You remember the red electronic spots because they couldn't. I mean, they were so. You remember the first football games handheld where they had the
Oh,
red
yeah.
dots?
Yeah.
That's how Stop Thief looks.
Okay. Okay. Um, the boys had this really old football game. It was like,
Is it the white one or the green one?
I think it was white, but it was
Yeah.
just like X's and
Yeah.
O's and
Yeah. You just
yeah.
play with it. Yeah. And the green one was the second one, and it was so cool because you could pass with the
Oh,
green one.
yeah. The closest thing I had to that was Pitfall on my Nintendo.
Oh, I loved Pitfall. I
I
loved
did.
Pitfall. So awesome.
Okay, best-selling toys for 1,000. I think we're showing our age tonight with our
I
favorite
know. That's
toys.
okay. We're cooler than most.
This handheld game console made Nintendo a household name in 1989.
Oh, man. What was the name of it? See, all I can think of is Nintendo Switch because that's what it is now.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, it's $1,000.
It's the
Um,
1,000.
I know.
Bryce said
Nintendo.
Wii. Nope, Bryce, this is before the Wii.
Yeah, that's before the Jen. Do you know? I don't know.
Yeah, Jen, help us out.
Yeah, what was the Nintendo?
Before it was a Wii, before it was a Switch.
Oh my goodness. I
The
have no
boys had
idea.
these. I don't know why he can't think of the name. No, before the DS, Jamie.
Before the DS? What was it? Nintendo DS? I'm drawing
Before
a
the
blank.
DS, before the DS, the very first one.
I cannot remember.
Jen skipped all the way back to Atari.
Oh man.
Okay. Oh man, we didn't get the $1,000
What is
answer.
it?
As a collect, yes, Jamie finally got it. The Game
Oh my
Boy.
goodness.
The
Game
Game
Boy.
Yes.
Holy
Cool. Well,
cow.
Tracy, you did pretty good at that.
I didn't get the 1,000 one. That game, no, I could not. All I could think of was Switch. And once I came into my head, I couldn't think of anything
Yes.
else.
Yes, that's so fun. Okay, you
Oh,
guys,
Kelly got it.
Bryce
She
was
said Game
saying,
Boy.
Bryce said the Wii, Jamie went with the DS. Um, and then Jen was like, I can't help y'all. But Kelly came through afterwards. Okay, Jamie had the Game Boy, and Kelly got the Game Boy.
Yep.
Awesome. Well, okay, so you got, let's see, how many? Four out of five is not bad.
Well,
Four out
not
of five
bad.
is not bad at all. That is a great showing. Thank you so much, Tracy, for joining me to
Well,
talk
thank
about
you for asking
gaming.
me. This has been fun, and I always love to visit with you anyway.
I
So,
know.
see, you have great skills when it comes to videos and movies and all sorts of stuff. So, it's if I and t-shirts like
Oh yes.
printing. So, you're my
Yeah,
go-to when it comes to any of
I
that.
know. I've shut down my shop.
Yeah, but you still use it on occasion,
I
especially for
do.
PJs, for Christmas PJs.
Yes, even though I'm retiring my Christmas PJ making.
Are you?
This is the last year. They're
Oh,
never getting
yeah,
them again. I'm just kidding. They're definitely getting them and they're taking the pictures. Don't care what he says.
yeah. That's hilarious.
I already bought this year's pants. So, I mean, this is not I do it last minute, but this is something I think about for months in advance to
There you
coordinate.
go.
And
See? That is
I
a
don't
thoughtful
care if
gift.
it's
The
not
boys
his
don't
favorite.
know. Look at Bryce. What?
I don't care if it's not his favorite. He
Just
can do
close
it for
your ears,
24
Bryce. You
hours.
didn't hear it.
Tracy sent out her Christmas cards because she is on time with those types of things.
And
And
Tracy doesn't have a
inside,
job, so she has lots of time on her hands right now. That's the only reason. Let's be honest.
well, you sent a beautiful Christmas letter, and at the end of it, you had a blessing that I wanted to read to share with everyone because I just thought it was so beautiful and a great way to end. But at the end of it, it said, "May God's favor shine upon you. May you see his purpose in everyday things, and may those around you bless you with their presence and countenance." And I thought that was just such a beautiful way to end the letter and to end our time together tonight because that was a blessing that I would love to share with all of you that are joining us tonight and watching us later. That the Lord's favor would shine upon you and you would see his purpose in everyday things, and those around you bless you with their presence and countenance. Thank you, Traci.
Thank you, Shonda. It's been great seeing you. And if I don't, well, now I'm going to see you Saturday.
Yes, I'm going to see you Saturday because we are going. If you've ever heard of the Prestonwood Gift of Christmas, we're going Saturday. This is going to be my first time. And I'm going as Traci's guest because she's just that hospitable. And I'm bringing a special friend with me. So I am getting to enjoy this great time with some girls and make some connections. And this is going to be fun. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Well, Merry Christmas and happy holidays to everybody else.
Yes. Yeah. Thanks,
All
Traci.
right.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.